TKG, what is good with y'all, man? All the culture talking to y'all, man. Yeah. How are y'all doing, man? I miss doing top 10s. I love lists. Who doesn't like lists, man? Who doesn't like lists? Like, the only people who don't like lists are people who don't get put on lists. So, you know, me, I guess. I've never been put on a list. But I digress. One day I'll be underrated. One day I'll probably be overrated. One day I'll just be the worst YouTuber, you know, whatever. But my time's coming. But someone's time who's up and coming and an up and rising producer / rapper combo is my first promoted song ever on this channel, Han and Fugazi.
I got an AK, I'm with it spray. You ain't birthday, get the fuck out of my face. Her go on my waist, it's a team, bitch, I'm gonna race. Catch your body and don't leave a trace. Just wanna take with no time to waste. Bitch, do I look like I'm stupid? Look at the way that she moving. I'm high, I might take off the roofing. Me and my homies, we boofing. I don't got no time for no student. Got a Russian home, she like Putin. You say you in love and approve it.
I won't even bother linking Han's social medias in the description box because guess what? He is one of the most loyal, most positive members of TKG that I've ever seen, and I have an honor of having in this community. And y'all will definitely see him in the comment section below. Shout out to Han, shout out to Fugazi. Great song. Fugazi to me sounds like a good version of Nav. And you know what I'm saying? Han is like, you know, it's like a 21 Savage Metro Boomin collab. I'm gonna talk more on that later, but you know, shout out to Han. Shout out to his imminent success later. All he needs is a light, and he will shine for sure. So, without further ado, let's get right on into this list, starting with number 10. Before I even get into my reasoning for why I want Drake to prove me wrong, I've been seeing Drake and SZA in the media as of late because apparently Drake said that he dated SZA. I just want to set the record straight. Y'all are super fucking invested into other people's business. It doesn't make no fucking sense. Twitter is just the you know what I'm saying? Like they know everything about everything. Bro, Drake already dated her. The damage is already fucking done, and SZA doesn't really, I mean, other than kind of not really saying anything about it. I mean, they did what they did. Whether if it's true, then it's true. If it's not, then it's not. If it's not true, Drake's a liar, and go ahead and call him out for it. But if it's true, then what can y'all do? It happened already. It happened already. What is going on? I'm tired. I'm not even a Drake fan. It's just annoying to see this man's name possibly get drugged through the mud all because he did the common thing. I mean, people are really going crazy because, I mean, this is a high school girl dating a legal grown man, but it takes two to tango, correct? I mean, let's be fucking real here. Let's be 100% fucking real here. Let's be really, really honest with ourselves for a second. That shit was not drawn to the public. Any of y'all had an opportunity to date a girl that you really, really want to date and that you really, really liked, you'll do it and you won't give a fuck. I'm not saying a 21-year-old can date a 10-year-old if the feelings are there. Clearly, laws are there for a reason. But I mean, come the fuck on, dude. Come on now. Come on. I mean, this is not even that wild of a fucking age gap for me. For me personally, it's not that wild of an age gap. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see Drake's legacy get besmirched all because he dated, you know what I'm saying, a teenager while he was a technical grown man, which, I mean, next year she would have been a technical, you know, grown enough woman. So I don't know. It's just like my side's going to come off sounding like, oh, so would you do it? I mean, if the time was, if, you know what I'm saying, in the same circumstance, yes, I would. Y'all want to say that I'm weird for that? Go ahead and say I'm weird for that. But let's be real here. It's his life. It's her life. She did it. He wanted it. She wanted it. It's not even like he forced her to do it. Like y'all making it seem like he raped her or something like that. That's just fucking stupid. Let's just chill out for a second. Let the nigga Drake live his life. Y'all live y'all lives. Just be like, oh, that happened. And just fucking get over it. Why is this a big ass story right now? shit is so fucking stupid. But on to my reasoning. Drake is undoubtedly going down as one of the greatest rappers of all time, and then that can be disputed. It can be disputed because he's been dominant for about 10 years now, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon, considering the man is a shy over 30. So he's got more in the tank. But someone with Drake's style is gonna have a lot in the tank for what seems like even longer than we would expect, because someone like Drake has been suspected to have ghostwriters. A guy like Drake is suspected to steal flows, to ride waves that he's not supposed to be in. I mean, an example of this is the Drake stole, the man stole a line from Soulja Boy, for God fucking sakes. And the Drake line was more over than the Soulja Boy line. And, the tell me what's really going on. Yeah, that line. And, no one's gonna cancel Drake for anything he does, like the SZA thing. No one's canceling Drake for anything. They call it out and then they just, slap him on the wrist and let him do what he wants. So, it probably wasn't even worth talking about. But Drake also has been called out for stealing flows as well. The XXXTentacion flow, for example, in KMT. I ain't attending events. I ain't in a week. Hey, I wasn't saying the lyrics, but you know what I mean. You get the gist of it, right? And then even the, stealing styles, the whole UK drill thing that he was doing not too long ago with the war, do sound real Fivio foreignish, Pop Smoke-ish, So, I mean, hey, I'm not going to knock the man's hustle because he's been on top despite it. And then he's been called out for being a culture vulture. I want Drake to go a whole year by just being Drake. And if this is Drake, if Drake is just a Shang Tsung of rap, where he just steals everything around him and becomes great because of it, then okay, I don't want Drake to be Drake. I want Drake to go back to being, 5 a.m. in Toronto Drake, or 5 a.m. in New York. I forget what the song is. But I want Drake to go back to being lyrical, miracle spiritual Drake. I want Drake to go back to being, to shocking me and surprising me and wowing me with his lyrics and being genuine in his stories, because he can tell a story. Drake is real good at telling a story. It's just by telling his story, he needs to sound like Rick Ross or Drake or Travis Scott or XXXTentacion to do it. And that's disappointing, considering this man, because of these things, is going to go down as one of the greatest of all time, only due to the numbers, the achievements, and then the overall style that Drake has mixed all together. And that just makes him a bigger phenomenon than he actually is. I want Drake to go a whole damn year. Hell, make it 2 years, where no one suspects that he's stealing anything, where someone can record him freestyling or something like that. I don't know. I want Drake to show that he actually has skill. Simply put. Playboy Cardi has put himself in an extremely awkward position. Playboy Cardi has an album that's supposed to come out titled Whole Lotta Red. Now, Playboy Cardi has adopted a style that people are a little on the fence on. The baby voice. I ain't want my G's and my cap. Oh yeah, bitch, I want my slap. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like baby voice Cardi one bit. I don't. But Magnolia Cardi, that I like that Cardi. I do. That Cardi could very well be one of my favorite, lit rappers, hype rappers. Not overall one of my favorites. I couldn't lie to myself and tell myself that he could be one of my favorite rappers ever. But as opposed to get me hype and excited and everything, pause. Cardi's up there. Cardi can get you hype, man. He really can. He's up there with 6ix9ine and Future as opposed to getting you hype. He's even past 6ix9ine. I don't think anyone's up there with Future as opposed to a lit hype song. Him and Young Thug are kind of in their own league in that regard. But Playboy Cardi Magnolia Playboy Cardi, if this was what we could expect on Whole Lotta Red, I'd be excited for this album, but I'm not excited for it. I'm just curious for it. I'm curious for it because I want to know if Playboy Cardi is going to shit the bed here. I don't want Playboy Cardi to do that because he's fairly young. He just had a child. Like, his career needs, he needs this push. He needs this push. Now, I'm not saying it's just for his family. I'm saying it's for Playboy Cardi, period. Playboy Cardi's already dropped Die Lit, and people are saying that, oh yeah, this is a great album. Oh, we love this album and everything. And that's fine. You can like the album. But you gotta also take into perspective that Playboy Cardi has to keep his momentum rising. Because if it drops, someone with his style cannot succeed if he doesn't have momentum and popularity. Now, if Playboy Cardi loses his popularity in his fan base, then Playboy Cardi is just a 6'5" AR guy, you know, someone that they paid attention to for a second and then just forgot about because his style is just too unbearable to keep up with. Playboy Cardi's potential is in question because if Whole Lotta Red comes out and is bad, and he shits the bed, he has one album after that to redeem himself, or else there's no more caring about Playboy Cardi at all. I want Playboy Cardi to prove me wrong. I want Playboy Cardi to drop Whole Lotta Red and give us little to no baby voice Cardi. Like, make that an alter ego or something that you rarely go back to, like J. Cole's Kill Edward, you know? Don't just keep this flow, man. Like, it's just not good. It's not good at all. So I want Playboy Cardi to succeed, but the only way he's gonna succeed is if he reverts back to Magnolia Cardi and forgets At Me Cardi, because that Cardi's nowhere close. That's one of the worst rappers of all time right there. That's a bad Cardi. That's a bad fucking Cardi. Much like Cardi, Cordae has a potential problem. A potential problem. Now, see, Cordae just split from the YBN group, and clearly, you know, I mean, this is very, very good for him because now he has the ability to be more of an individual and not, you know, really, you know, have to rap and say I'm repping the group. Now this is just him doing his own thing. Now he's on his own. Cordae is now just Cordae, you know. So where's the problem? You know, I'm saying all the good stuff. Cordae is now in a position where he does not have a persona. He does not have anything that people could say that sticks out, because before, what stuck out about Cordae was the fact that he was the best member in YBN. Now we're in a position where he's by himself. Where does Cordae fit in with the new, you know, with the rest of the new rappers? And honestly, Cordae doesn't rank too high for me. He doesn't rank too high because, I mean, here's a guy who dropped Lost Boy, and I mean, yeah, sure, good album, good project, got Grammy nominated. And, you know, most people are getting a big head about that. Oh, he got a Grammy nomination already. So young. How is he not already one of the best rappers out? Dude, anyone could get a fucking Grammy nomination. Just like anyone could get any award nomination if they really wanted to give somebody an award nomination. This is not me hating on Cordae, by the way. There are people that are going to get to this part and be like, you just sound like you don't like Cordae. No, I want this kid to be successful. I want this kid to be one of the best out. I don't want it to be where he drops a project by himself and people just don't care, because hell, we've seen that before, to where people feel like, oh, they're bigger than the group, and, you know, they leave the group, they feel like they're the best in the group, and then they flop. So I want Cordae to etch and make a persona for himself, and I want him to realize the fact that selling out is not an option. It's not an option. Please. We already talked about Drake and how him selling out was actually, you know what I'm saying, good for him. But real rap fans are going to recognize the fact that is not a way how you want to, you know, you don't want your favorite rappers to be remembered like that. You don't. Because Drake used to be one of my favorites, and then I had to, you know, I couldn't. And Cordae is another guy where I could tell myself that, yeah, this is a kid that I got my eyes on. Pause. Not 6'9" here, but this is a guy that I got my eyes on because You know, he genuinely exudes a JID, a Denzel Curry style or type of potential. And they all really have the same potential problems, but Cordae is now fresh out the gates, an individual. And so I want Cordae to drop a project. I want him to drop a song. I want him to be more active with his career, because right now he's just chilling. Everyone's really chilling. No excuse, but everyone's really chilling right now. I say strike while the iron's hot. Everyone's in quarantine. Go ahead and show everybody what you can do while everyone's locked inside, you know? Force them to listen to you. But I just want Cordae to etch his name in the rap game instead of him just being another person in a group. That's all. Simply put. DaBaby is somebody who is always in the conversation for best rapper. For the short span, for his short career, right? He's only really been popping for about 2 or 3 years now. And I mean, he's since his initial, come up, he has been in best rapper conversations. He's even won some awards for best rapper, best male rapper, that is. Some best overall fucking rapper awards. I mean, it's him and it's Megan Thee Stallion right now. I'm not convinced. I don't think that DaBaby is all that. I don't think he deserves to be in the conversation for best rapper. I don't. I think DaBaby is sorely overrated. I think that if you listen to him, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not impressed. I'm not. Nothing. He's a good rapper, but it's nothing about him that stands out to me and says, oh, this is a guy who I can picture, as a legend or as a, no, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I could get the appeal as to why people are behind him right now. I mean, he's a thuggish guy. He's a rebellious person, So I get the support for his character. I just, the rap skill, the bars, the flow. I like his flow. He's a good rapper. He's not one of the best rappers to me personally. Like if I was to go back, if 20 years later and I was to go back and, DaBaby was to fall off, I would be like, I remember that guy. You know what I'm saying? He had his short little stint, I mean, listen, I don't want to sit here and say that, DaBaby isn't really, really good, but this is the same generation that as soon as someone dies, they call him a legend. So people nowadays, they just go on ahead and just anoint people, like the people have been here. I'm not saying the people who have been winning awards should be winning awards for sure. If they're the best rapper, they deserve it. I'm not saying let's hit a Michael Jordan to where, the best rapper is always the best rapper. Yeah, sure, I like variety, but at the same time, I like honesty. Let's be real with ourselves. DaBaby was not the best rapper in 2019. He wasn't at all. You want to ask me who it was? I'm not going to give you that answer here because I don't want people in the comment section going, oh, DaBaby versus blank. Oh, well, let's talk about album sales, because that's all that's going to turn into is a big numbers conversation. So I'm not even going to do that. But you can compare him to your favorite rapper. Go ahead and do that all day. But anyway, we won't talk about, who I think was better than DaBaby, which I got a lot of people over him. So I want DaBaby to prove to me that, he's better than he actually turns out to be. I need to listen to a DaBaby track and be able to be like, okay, all right, yeah, and consistently do that. It's not even his style. He's got a nice style. It's something about him that just does not click. And the sooner I find out what that is, maybe the sooner he'll get to impressing me, and the sooner I'll start believing that he is one of the best rappers out. But when you got a guy who drops 300 damn songs a year, it's easier to think he's the best rapper because you hear him more than everybody else, I could drop a song tomorrow, and I guarantee I'm not even gonna, DaBaby's the type of nigga to ask, hey man, you need a remix or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just say something on the track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. DaBaby's just the remix king. Like he needs to be on Everyone that drops an album, he needs to be on at least one song on that album. You know, which is it's a good scheme. It's a good ploy to always have backup. It sounds like I'm hating on the man, but really, I mean, he's a G. He's smart. So, I mean, I just want the baby to prove to me why he is one of the best in the game, because currently I don't see it. Jack Harlow. This kid came into the game exuding potential. I mean, the song was popping. You know, that's all anyone's talking about when they talk about Jack Harlow. They're talking about that song. There's nothing else, you know? I need clarification. I need 100% of a guarantee that Jack Harlow is not going to be a one-hit wonder. He was put on the XXL this year. On top of that, he had an impressive cypher. He had an impressive freestyle. The kid genuinely seems like he knows how to rap, like he knows how to spit. And on top of that, he has an appealing sound for this new age, for this generation. You know, his subject matter isn't all that stupid. You know, it's nice. Jack Harlow is a good character to get behind. He's a nice rapper to put your money on. Or is he? Because if Jack Harlow makes another song and it's not that big, and I almost have some form of a guarantee that the next song Jack Harlow drops is going to be big, but I want to know if he can match his What's Poppin' success. I want to know if he can match it, maintain it, or somehow exude it. Because there are some, when I say exude it, I mean there are some rappers that make one song and then make a bunch of songs that sound like that one song. And then that's it, you know? So, honestly, I gotta say, I want Jack Harlow to succeed because I want a new rapper out here that, gets some shine. But we've seen cases where we've seen the designers, and we've seen we've seen it to where rappers can get number ones and then never be heard from again. We've seen guys blow up for a second and then fade away, Lil Pumps and Fetty Waps and everything. So I'm just hoping Jack Harlow is not on that list. How can I say this without sounding like everyone else? Megan Thee Stallion is turning into a Nicki Minaj Jr. I can't believe I just said that. Nicki Minaj is turning into something I did not want her to turn into. When I initially called her the best female rapper out, she was kind of fresh into showing us what her discography was going to be all about. And now that we're kind of a little deeper into her career and she's dropped a lot more projects, ever since her, initial start, I gotta say, it's all been kind of sounding the same. She's kind of been known for the same thing. And it's kind of like, I just watched another music video. She's got another new song coming out, and the beat sounds nice. She got a song with Young Thug. The beat sounds nice. I didn't hear any lyrics from her, but again, I've seen the same old twerk this and, my ass big, and it just reminds me of Nicki, and her subject matter is starting to become an issue for me. I don't really like whenever slut rap is brought up. It's usually not like, I don't have too big of an issue with slut rap. It's just do it in moderation, okay? Do it in moderation. Don't sit here and just absolutely just bukkake us with some goddamn slut rap. Like, it's all she's known for. And as a matter of fact, she's starting to be a little more known for it than any other rapper female rapper in the game at the moment. And it's sad because Nicki Minaj was really the one that was more known for, my ass is big, I suck some dick, I ride his dick, I get money and all that shit. And it's just like, Megan has just been, since recovering from her foot injury, it's been WAP, and then it's been, everything has just been the same shit. But even before that, it was really the same stuff. And I don't want Megan Thee Stallion to drown into one genre, into one type, because if this is all she's gonna be known for, what if Megan Thee Stallion didn't have a big ass? What if she didn't have a big ass and big titties? What if she didn't have any of that stuff? Would she be talking about her looks? Because that wouldn't be too interesting. Not even trying to be disrespectful, but Megan ain't no 10 in the face. She ain't no 10 in the face, but the only reason why niggas will gas her up is supposed to her looks. They're looking at her ass 100%. She's a 10 because of her ass. Her ass is a 10. Them titties is a 10. Titties probably a 9, but that face ain't no 10. That face is a 5, girl. That face is 6. What if she didn't have this ass? What if she didn't have them titties? So what would she be rapping about then? I'm a bad bitch. Yeah, right. Because, yeah, you see a lot of skinny girls fucking doing that shit right now, right? They're talking about they're a bad bitch. No. The girls with fat asses and can shake and can twerk. Like, Megan Thee Stallion is just, if she's going to be, and I criticize Cupcake for doing this same stuff, for being just overly, expletive in her music. Like, Megan Thee Stallion damn near is becoming a cupcake, only she's becoming a mainstream cupcake. So, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't like what it's turning into. She needs to switch it up a little bit, or like, I don't know. She's just gonna start getting a lot of criticism for being that rapper that raps about the same stuff over and over, even though it's kind of already been that narrative for her. So she needs to switch it up, or she needs to, get used to people hating on her. It's coming. I'm going to probably get a lot of flack for this one, and I'm going to get a lot of people saying, oh, you're crazy, you just must not like this guy or something. But Big Sean to me is not a legend. Big Sean to me is not a GOAT. Big Sean is not even great to me. Big Sean is just good. That's it. Big Sean is just a good rapper. He has been for the bulk of his career. And, we're not talking about, I am totally, disregarding his start. Even though it contributes to who he is right now, I'm not talking about, finally famous Big Sean. We're not talking about that guy. Completely different guy. We're talking about current Big Sean, Detroit 2 Big Sean, I Decided Big Sean. We're talking about those Big Seans. We're talking about good rapper on the radio Big Sean. He's not a legend. He's just not a legend to me. There's so many rappers out here who are considered legends or great rappers that just aren't great. It's just they've been around for a long time and they've been good for a long time. So y'all go from, oh, it just takes something special for me. It takes something that I can listen to and be like, man, yep, this right here is something I can quote. This is something I can go back on and be like, yeah, this song is really, a song, a fucking album, something. Like, Big Sean has nothing that wows me, that shocks me. He's a very good lyricist. Like, don't get me wrong. Big Sean is supposed to lyricism is top notch. One of the best lyricists I've ever heard. But yet, even with the good lyricism, he can put words together and make them sound nice, but he can't impress me. He can't impress me. He's not, it's just something about him. Just something about him that's just not that, interesting. Like, as I look at him right now, he's just a fucking black guy with a chain on. Like, hey, I'm from Detroit. Like, bro, no, I can't do it. I just can't. It's Big Sean just is not a legend to me whatsoever. I need something to where, and I have not listened to Detroit 2 yet, so maybe I'm talking on my ass right now, but I need to listen to a project from Big Sean and tell myself, oh yeah, this is the thing that's gonna put him on the map, as opposed to great artists, great rappers in the 2010s and going on. Because Big Sean is still fairly young. He has time to change that narrative. Big Sean can be a superstar in this game. He can be. He has a superstar feel to his name and even to his sound, but He's not a superstar. He's just a star. He's a Zach Levine right now. You want to call him a superstar because of the numbers, but it's just something about his play that just does not scream superstar to you. He can do some clutch things, but you know, at the end of the day, he's still not there. A Devin Booker or a Zach Levine, that's who I'm comparing Big Sean to. Someone who you want to call a superstar because they play nice, but they don't play nice enough. They're not in that atmosphere yet. So, I mean, hopefully it changes. Maybe, I want to be wrong. We'll see. But I don't want to sound like a pessimist here. I extremely doubt Big Sean can change my mind. Put this into perspective, okay? Smokepurpp is the sidekick to someone who isn't even popular anymore. Think about that for a second. Let that digest. Let that just sit there and just make you feel. It just makes you feel so fucking bad for this guy. Like, Smokepurpp is a guy who I listen to and I can hear the potential literally clawing its way out of the cage, and then something fucking kicks it right back in the cage. Something makes it shut the fuck up and just lay dormant. Lil Pump was the guy who took all the success and the fame for a second, and Smokepurpp was the guy who kind of rode his coattails and was just there, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'm also that guy that makes Lil Pump's beats and stuff. Yeah, me, yeah. Dude, Smokepurpp is just doesn't have an identity. I don't know what the fuck he is, because he's now being called out for stealing flows. Now he can't freestyle. The guy sold 5,000 in his first week. He's dating Noah Cyrus. The guy dyed his hair rainbow like 6ix9ine. It's just so many fucking bad things you could say about him, and there's just not enough good shit. The guy doesn't have any good projects that you can quote. But on instinct, you can say something bad about him. And, when I listen to songs like Remember Me or Remember My Name or Remember Me, I think I'm butchering that name, but you know what I'm talking about. The song where he's singing, it sounds so good. It sounds great. I want Smokepurpp to forget this jokey, I like lean, I like smoking, I like perp, oh yeah, no, forget that. Stop stealing flows. Get an identity. Smokepurpp can easily become one of the best rappers out. And yes, I firmly believe that Smokepurpp can become one of the best rappers out. Change your name, change your look. Stop looking like an idiot out here for people and then trying to take pride in it. Dude, put your foot down and get serious. Smokepurpp can be one of the best. It's sad that he doesn't think the same. First things first, let me go on record to say that 21 Savage's Savage Mode 2 album that he just dropped was a master. It was amazing. I liked it. I really did. I liked it. I even liked 21 Savage's last album that he dropped. 21 Savage was a guy who, to start off, I could not stand because of his flow sounding so lazy and quiet. But as of late, he's been picking it up, and he's actually been improving all around. As not even just a rapper, but a character, as a person, So, 21 Savage, I don't have a problem with. I just think, personally, someone with his style and someone with his, his look, eventually it's going to start to get overlooked, because I noticed yesterday that he dropped this album, and on YouTube, usually where the first place people usually go, that or Spotify, he only got like 10,000, under 20,000 views on every single song. And on the when you listen to the album, not like specific music videos or anything like that. I don't know what those numbers did. Maybe they did millions. Who knows? But if 21 Savage is going to start to get undermined and underappreciated, it really puts his longevity into question, because What if 21 Savage starts to become like a hidden gem? Because yes, he's popular right now because yeah, he's I'm gonna beat a nigga ass type of guy. But what if that just becomes, 21 Savage dropped the album, whatever. Like, no, he wasn't really even hyping this album up too much. It just came out. I don't want 21 Savage to become someone who fades away in the, he's one of the best guys. Like he just becomes a honorable mention for best rapper. I don't want to see that. I want 21 Savage to be one of the best for a long time because with his progression, he can. I do believe he is one of the best rappers out. I 100% think he's one of the best rappers out. I think he just dropped one of the best damn albums this year already. I was absolutely shocked with the production behind that album, and I want to see more of this from 21 Savage and still improve. I love improvement from artists. I really do. And 21 Savage shows so much improvement. He exudes it. I just want to know if his longevity is just not, if this isn't just a what if story for him. First things first, I want to say congratulations to Nicki Minaj for becoming a mother finally. I know she's probably overjoyed with the fact that she now has someone to take care of and, her family, she's starting a family now and, her and her husband are they're taking the next big step in their lives. So congratulations to the both of them. But I'm talking about Nicki Minaj here, the character, no slander towards Onika, but Nicki Minaj, it's not even gonna be any slander on Nicki, just talking about it right now. As you all know, I've been anointed the biggest Nicki Minaj hater on YouTube. And if I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj hater, I'm one of the biggest Nicki Minaj haters on YouTube. It's just, I've said on numerous occasions, there's our overall style and there's our overall, rap formula and the way her legacy has panned out. I just don't like how she's going to be remembered because she's going to be remembered as one of the greatest rappers of all time. And probably overall, either the greatest female rapper or the second greatest female rapper. She's in the top 5 for greatest female rappers of all time for sure. But what I want to touch base on is the simple fact that Nicki Minaj has kind of been really just known for one thing her whole career, and it's been having a fat ass, just like Megan Thee Stallion. Now, notice how I said that Megan Thee Stallion was becoming a Nicki Minaj. And it's kind of because Nicki Minaj is the queen of this shit. She is the queen of like slut rap. She's the queen of like, freaky anthems and stuff like that. Which, all right, cool. There's nothing really wrong with that. But it's simply due to the fact that if I'm going to compare her to a lot of other rappers and compare her legacy to a lot of other rappers, I'm going to be less inclined to say that Nicki's better than others simply due to the fact that her subject matter is repetitive and is not good. I want Nicki Minaj to kind of, I want her to go a while where she does not talk about any parts of her body and talk about sex or beating people up or anything like that. Let's get wholesome. I'm not telling her to switch up and turn into motherfucking Teresa. I'm just saying, switch it up. Just like Megan Thee Stallion, switch it up. I just want her and Megan to switch it up. All the slut rappers, I want them to switch it the hell up. Because Nicki Minaj is now a mother. Come on now. The internet exists. I'm sure her child can grow up and see what she was once upon a time. But, and that's uncomfortable to think about. But, come on. This is Nicki Minaj's time to turn a new leaf and to become something greater than she already is. To be better than Nicki Minaj. To be bigger than Nicki Minaj. To exude Nicki Minaj. Not really exude her, Nicki Minaj, but to be far better is pretty much what I'm saying. Come back and absolutely shit on everybody, and don't even have to talk about your ass and nothing, no sex. Like, don't do it. Don't be on the same tip you were on before you left. So I hope Nicki enjoys a little break for a second, comes back, and then kills it. I want her to be great. I want her to be the best of all time. Really, I do. But she's got to change something.